Hello everyone, this is Donna again. I want to thank you. If you have reached this part of my presentation, you have had a chance to view my virtual tour and look over my e-portfolio. And I just wanted to finish here with a little bit about the online learning tools that have influenced me incredibly through my 2 years in MET. Of course, the biggest influence were my colleagues and my profs who I had a chance to work with and who opened my eyes onto how important collaborative learning is when it comes to online learning and to using the computers, using everything. And these tools, I have already used many with my students, but I just wanted to sort of go down the list and explain which tools have been the best for me. First of all, with Camtasia, Camtasia is new because I needed to use it to create the virtual tour, so it would take a video of my screen. So, but right now I'm actually using my normal video camera so that I can videotape and talk at the same time. Camtasia, so that was Camtasia, that was new for me. The only problem with Camtasia is, again, you get the 30-day trial and then you have to buy it. So of course I haven't bought it yet, but it should be interesting. Maybe it's something I could look into to use with my students in the future, and maybe the school will purchase it. Next, Comic Life. That was with you, Frank, in 511. I had a chance to create a digital comic, and that was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that. So hats off to you for creating that assignment. Very interesting and lots of fun. But again, another one of those tools that you purchase. No, you don't purchase. You get the 30-day trial, and then you have to purchase them. So, but at least I was able to experiment with that. Connect. Here, Frank, this was your nemesis, I think. I think most of us preferred Vista. This was a learning management system, Connect. And yeah, it gave us, in the end, it was great. The discussions we had were excellent. But the good thing about Vista was that each person knew what personal messages they received. With Connect, you had to go into the system more to find out who had actually responded to one of your threads. So that, but Connect, for the rest of it, was great. We had some online forums with one of my courses with Connect, so that was excellent. Next, I have CorelDRAW. CorelDRAW is what I use to create the assessment rubric, and you can see that under the section for assessment rubric, or Clear Skies Ahead. Next, Facebook. Facebook, don't use too much, but it was excellent, for example, in pictures. The picture of me on the biography page of meteorologist, that was a picture that someone took of me at a wedding. So I was able to take it off of their Facebook, because they're my friend, and use it as my home picture for the meteorologist biography page. Google Docs. Next, these Google Docs, amazing. For anyone out there who wants to get together with friends and to create one document together quickly and efficiently, I highly recommend Google Docs. I was so impressed. I was with one of my courses, a group of 5 of us, and I was so surprised. My color was like pink, and someone else had green typing, someone else had blue, and we literally saw a document come together in front of our eyes. It was fun because I could see them typing, I could see them correcting mine, or I could correct theirs, or we could send little messages to each other. Amazing. Google Docs, I highly recommend. I heard, though, that we're not allowed to use Google Docs with our students in the schools, but because I think that'd be an amazing collaborative working tool. So then again, there you go, Google Docs. Google Images, all of the pictures that I received, that I chose for, like the pictures of the weather and the fog and the mist, those were all taken from Google Images, and they have just above here in the reference section are the links to all of those images that I borrowed for my site. Google Scholar. Google Scholar was Amazing because I could use it as a search engine for scholarly articles, papers, you name it. You type in the author, you type in the title, and you get it. What's good with Google Scholar is if you're going back to create your references, it gives you the choice. It has the APA right there for you, all prepared. So you click on the site, and that's what I liked about Google Scholar, because it was very efficient and I could right away cite it properly. Moodle 565A eTech. What a great course. That was my hands-on course and my introduction to Moodle learning management system. All I can say is that using Moodle was an experience. It was frustrating, to say the least, but it was great. I was able to create tests. I was able to create assignments, everything, download, embed items. I had it all for my project, and lots of French immersion things I was able to do with that. And the Moodle that I had was actually in French, so the actual site itself can be offered in many languages. So that's what I like about Moodle. Prezi. I'm a PowerPoint fan, so Prezi was a lot of fun to learn to get to know. I think I used Prezi for my BYOD assignment that you've already had a chance to view. And that, it was neat. I just like Prezi because it's a complete different way of presenting what you would like to put in, for example, a PowerPoint to people. Skype. Skype is the king. Skype, along with Google Hangout, has been one of the best collaborative tools in all my MET plus in my personal life. I use Skype all the time. My daughter's in South America right now. And we communicate on Skype, and it's still hard to believe that it's free and you can just call them on your computer and speak to the person. So Skype has been excellent. We often use Skype, again, along with, instead of a Google Hangout, we'd have the Google Docs ready, and I would meet with my colleagues in groups for group assignments. SlideRocket, again, another one, because I like PowerPoints. SlideRocket was a new one because it's a PowerPoint in the cloud. Took a little bit of getting used to, but then I could just send the link now. Instead of emailing an email with huge bytes in it to my friends, I just send them the SlideRocket link, and they've got a link to my slideshow. UBC blogs, again, this has been great. My first experience with blog, I'd never used a blog before I started this program. So, and the course I'm using right now, I'm finishing eTech 521. A lot of, we're doing web logs, reflection. The best thing about blogs are the reflection, and then I think, Frank, your emphasis on how important it is to reflect, and that's exactly what a blog is. Just writing down what you feel, what you think, what you want to share with others, what readings have influenced you. And the UBC Blogs has been excellent for that. Wiki. First chance to work on, I did 2 wikis, one an anthropology one and one French immersion technology. And both were eye-openers. Both, I never thought, you think of all the times you go on to search or Google search, and you just look up a Wikipedia or a wiki, and I never thought that I would be creating one day. And the wiki that I did in the French immersion one is, we took an existing one and really updated it, added a lot of new things. The Vista, again, I think I've already compared the Vista LMS. I preferred Vista because of the fact that it would let you know if you personally received a message back, whereas the Connect LMS that we used at UBC didn't always do that. VoiceThread. This is one that I have used many times already, especially with my French immersion social studies 11 students, because the problem is in French immersion, it's the output of the language. My focus these days is on reading, writing, listening, and speaking, which are the 4 aspects of language learning. And the problem is the majority of things the students get are reading and listening. They rarely write a lot, and they rarely speak a lot, especially when there's a lot of information to learn. VoiceThread was excellent. I said, okay, here's the topic. Go in whenever you can, at lunch, at home, and if they didn't have access at home, they could come in and use my computer and hear the voice thread. It was, we talked about maybe the tsunami in Japan or whatever was happening in the, especially with the Arab Spring, all the fighting and everything. We would watch the news here, and they could go on and they could spend their time to prepare. They would listen to other people's recordings, and they'd have to prepare a reflection. This is basically a reflection of how they felt about that event that was happening in the current event in the world. And the good thing about VoiceThread is they can take all the time they want. They can record over it and over it as many times as they want until they're happy with it. Because a lot of the kids are still worried, even after 12 years of French immersion, 13 some of them if they've been in since French immersion, kindergarten, they are nervous to speak in public. So this is VoiceThread is excellent. Next, we have VuVox. VuVox was a fun one. I think I did a Piaget. We had the Piaget-Vygotsky wars with the VuVox. And I did a Piaget presentation. You have already had a chance. If you looked at my supplementary material, not my assigned artifacts that I chose, but my supplementary ones, the VuVox is there. And I did one on sound making machines, or ones that make machine, from the phonograph all the way up to the iPod. So that was fun. So the Vygotsky and the Piaget wars, though, that was fun. The whole battle of Vygotsky and Piaget. Finally, Wix. Wix is what you're looking at right now. My homepage here for my ePortfolio site is housed on Wix, and it has been great to work with. My first time creating an ePortfolio like this, I started one in 565A, but I never really got back to it. But this has been my best. And my thing for this Wix is, as you can notice, I love the color. My key was the color, and because I was weather, I could get the colors of the rainbow and all that. WordPress, I didn't ever create a WordPress myself. My colleagues set it up. Twice I had projects that were hosted in WordPress. The ESL Blended Classroom activity, that is also a supplementary one that you can view, that I did in 5.12. Was hosted on WordPress, but it was someone else who set it up. So I've actually never created a WordPress. I've gone in and worked on it, but never set one up, but I guess it would have been the same. And then YouTube. What would we do without YouTube? I'm going to take this video right now and put it into YouTube. So I can host it on this site. You can have the link. You can hear me talking, and I haven't stopped, but I just felt I wanted to share how important the online working tools were for my whole experience. And thanks again, Frank, and thank you again, everybody. All my colleagues watching this and any future people watching this. These 2 years have been eye-opening for me. So thank you very much, and we'll hopefully see you all soon one day. Okay? Bye-bye.